For dinner tonight, Mom? Well, we're going to have some cashew chicken, and you're going to need some avocado oil, some hoisin sauce, some minced garlic, some sesame oil, soy sauce, brown sugar, cornstarch, broccoli, cashews, chicken broth, and chicken thighs. And your seasonings of choice. Of course, I use lemon pepper, a little salt, and some garlic powder. Once your chicken is seasoned well, you're going to add that cornstarch and shake it up. You can also use some tongs to make sure that you get that chicken sufficiently drenched. And that cornstarch is not going to act like flour. It's going to make your chicken sticky. So you want to make sure that you do not put it too close together in that pan. That pan should be on high or medium high with your avocado oil. And then you're going to cook your chicken in batches. Your focus is getting the outside of the chicken as brown as possible. You're not necessarily checking for doneness on the inside because it's going to go back in the pan in the sauce and finish cooking. You're going to need 2 tongs as well. One to put the chicken in the pan and flip it, and another to remove the chicken that's been browned from the pan. You don't want to cross-contaminate by using the same tongs. And when you're done making all of your batches, it should look like this. No need to add any more oil. Turn your pan down to medium, add your broccoli, and then start preparing your sauce. You'll add all of the items that I listed at the beginning of the video, with the exception of the avocado oil and the cornstarch. You may need a little cornstarch later on to thicken your sauce, but you can add that while it's cooking. Anytime I need a broth or a stock, I prefer to use Better Than Bouillon. It has a lot less sodium than the powder or the can, and you can control how rich it is. If you need measurements, I would say I used about 4 cloves of garlic, a half to 3/4 cup of soy sauce, a cup of chicken broth, 2 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar, 3 teaspoons of hoisin sauce, and 2 to 3 teaspoons of sesame oil. When your broccoli is about halfway done, stir that up, pour that in the pan, and then add your chicken back. Stir well to coat your broccoli and your chicken. And when you're sure that your chicken is reheated and everything is saturated, add your cashew nuts. I used about half of this package, but you can just eyeball it. I don't stir the cashews in right away because you don't want to make them soft. Once your sauce is bubbling and you can tell that the cornstarch that's on the chicken has absorbed as much of the liquid as possible, you want to assess whether you need to add a little more cornstarch. So I usually take a spoon and shake a little bit in a corner after moving some of the chicken over, and then I grab a whisk and whisk that in just in that spot, and then incorporate that thickened sauce with the rest of the sauce to see if I need any more. Then grabbing a clean spoon or washing off one of the ones you've already used, you taste a little bit of that sauce to see if you need any more seasoning or a little more sauce. If you add more hoisin sauce, then you've got to add a little more soy and a dab more sesame. That sesame is potent, so don't add more than a few dashes. And if you do add more sauce, always add it in the corner. Whisk it and then incorporate it in the rest of your sauce. Don't pour it on your food. Clean off that spoon or get another one and taste that sauce again. And once you're sure that your sauce is sufficiently seasoned and thick enough and your chicken is done, it's time to plate it up. I like to add tri-colored sesame seeds for a little razzle-dazzle.